I don't know what to do with that. I'm exhausted, and I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Slowly losing my mind. I don't know what's happening. I couldn't tell you. This feels like the intro to like a found horror film. Hello. For whatever known reason, I have decided to attempt to read for 24 hours straight. Now, I will be taking breaks to use the bathroom, to eat, maybe to shower. I don't know if I'm going to need to shower today, but I might. Who knows? I will be taking breaks. And also, I don't know if I'm going to fall asleep or not. I'm not sure I've ever pulled an all-nighter in my life, but I'm going to try it. It is currently 11:16, so I'm going to be attempting to read until 11:16 tomorrow. I honestly have no idea how many books I'm going to get done. I'm filming this on July 27th because I kind of want to like knock out a bunch of my summer reads before August, because in August I'm planning to read all of the Throne of Glass series and vlog that, so I kind of want to dedicate the month to that entire series. So I've got 4 books that like I really hope I can get done. I actually don't know. I'm not the world's fastest reader, but Raiders of the Lost Heart, Ashley Poston's, I say Poston, but I've heard everybody else say Poston, so now I'm trying to say that. Ashley Poston's a novel love story, because I just read 7-Year Slip like 2 days ago, and then I read The Dead Romantics like 2 months ago, and I have never been disappointed in her books. The Cartographers I want to read as well. That feels very summery. And then Hello Stranger, which is just a little romance. None of these are obscenely thick in and of themselves. I do have more books that I could read if I finish these, but I'm not. We're gonna count myself lucky if I can finish 3-4 books this next day. But yeah, that's the plan, and we're gonna get started reading. I got my first coffee of the day, and let's just get into it. It is 1:13, so it's been about 2 hours since I started reading, and I'm a slower reader than I thought because I've only read 100 pages. I was checking my texts in between, so like there were distractions, but about 100 pages in. I'm enjoying it so far. This is like an enemies to lovers, oh my gosh, archaeological dig. I think that's a word. Now I don't know. And really, obviously, because it's only the first 100 pages, we're just like setting the scene, setting the story. But yeah, these are two characters. They were in college together, and like he ended up getting like a job that she was up for, and so they're enemies. They've held a grudge all these years, but now he's on a dig and he needs her help because she's an expert on this like specific dig and the specific history of the dig. There's a lot of good tension. There's a lot of sexual tension. So things are ramping up, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm really into archaeology and kind of history and things like that. So romance aside, like this kind of thing is like right up my alley. It is 3:17. I'm another 100 pages down, so I'm more than halfway now. There's like roughly 130 pages left. things are progressing, things are fun. You know, it's not a profound novel in any ways, but I'm having a good time. I'm really liking the relationship between these two and how it's progressing. And the storyline is progressing too. I've got no complaints. It's a fun, light read. And yeah, I've got another 130 pages, so hopefully I can get this done in the next hour, hour and a half, and then move on to book number 2. But I will check up with you guys when I'm done this book. It is 5:27, and I just finished book 1, which means it took me just over 6 hours, which, you know what, I'm not feeling good about. I'm not feeling good about that at all. I feel like I should have been a lot faster. This was only 340 pages. However, I'm not the fastest reader in the world, so we'll see. This is not going exactly as I planned, but you know what? We're not giving up. We're gonna keep trekking. I still read an entire book today. And you know what? I would give it like 3 stars. Like, it is what it is. It's a fluffy little romance set in an adventure setting. It was fine. It was good. It was kind of like, I feel like I've seen this movie before. And that's not a bad thing. So I enjoyed it. It just wasn't like the most groundbreaking thing on the planet, which is fine. It doesn't need to be. Now that it is 5:30, I'm gonna start book 2. I think I'm gonna read a novel love story next. But I need a coffee, and I think I'm gonna go sit on the couch because being in bed is making me tired, and I've been tired since I woke up. Let's face it. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm just perpetually tired. So we're gonna see. This book is, let's see, 360 pages, so like 20 pages longer than the other one. I'm gonna try to just like read it, and hopefully I'm done before midnight tonight, but that seems to be the path that I'm on. So I'm gonna get started after I make a coffee. I hadn't planned on tabbing during this challenge because I figured it would just slow me down, and I'm trying to read fast. But Ashley Poston is quickly becoming one of my favorite authors, and I just want to like, I'm only like 30 pages in, and there's several things I want to tab already, so I'm gonna do that. Basically, tabbing is just, for me, is just bookmarking things that I like. Quotes, relatable things, things I find funny, etc. Things I like. My cats are pissed because their feeding time is in like 3 minutes. It's coming, I told you. I picked out my tab colors. Don't they match pretty well? I do quotes. Cute. And then I love this because I just like tabbing things that I really like and enjoy in books. But so far, 2 quotes I need to tab because they were super relatable. And then I need to feed my cats and get back to reading. There's only 2 so far, and I don't even think you can see them on camera, but I love tabbing my books. Okay, gotta feed the cats. Okay. Oh, it's 7:36. 2 hours since I started this book, and I've read 100 pages, so I'm on track to reading like 100 pages every 2 hours, which is slower than I thought I read, but I've also been tabbing like crazy because I'm just in love with this book. I'm in love with Ashley Austin's writing. It's so good. Everything, like, I don't know if I even explained what this is about, but our main character, Eileen, is going through some stuff, okay? As is what most of the main characters in her books do. They're going through some hard life stuff, and she goes on a trip solo to a cabin she goes to every year with her friends, but this year she's going alone, and on the way there's like a massive rainstorm, and so she tries to pull off into like a little town, and lo and behold, it's the town from her favorite book series. She just winds up in this magical town, and I love that concept so much. I don't know what it is, but every one of Ashley Poston's books not only like have a magical realism, like in The Dead Romantics, their main character falls in love with a ghost. In The 7-Year Slip, there's like a 7-year time difference between our main 2 characters, and in this one she's in a fictional town of her favorite book series. But it always just works out so well, and in every single one of her books, the main character has like something to do with books or the book world. Like in The Dead Romantics, the main character is a ghostwriter for one of the most popular romance writers. And then in The 7-Year Slip, she works in book publishing. And in this one, she's just book obsessed. Like, literally same. I think that's why I'm tapping so much. There are so many pop culture references or like literary references that I'm just like, that's so me. So I'm having a really good time with this. So the order of the books that she published is The Dead Romantics, The 7-Year Slip, and then this one, Novel Love Story, just came out this year. And a character from the first book, The Dead Romantics, has like just shown up in every single one of the novels in a way that's really clever. And like normally I don't like what is the word, like interconnected novels. Like I don't love necessarily books that aren't a series, but there's always like character crossovers. But since every single one of these books has to do with books, this character just keeps showing up, and it's just very brief. It's just a very brief mention, but it's just a very clever nod, and so I'm really enjoying that. But anyway, it is 7:39 now, and I need to have some dinner. So I'm gonna make some food, and then I'm gonna keep reading. Catch you for another update soon. I made vegan dumplings. They smell incredible. I have no idea how to use chopsticks, but they're the only thing that kind of feels appropriate. And I'm going to attempt to eat while reading. Not a good balancer. But we must persist because the time is ticking and I'm not happy with how much I've read today. It's 9:56 and I'm only on page 208. So only 150 pages left to go, which isn't bad. So I'm on track of like hopefully finishing this by midnight. I'm really enjoying this. I just feel like there isn't like the stakes aren't too high yet. So I'm kind of like waiting for the ball to drop. I'm wondering, like, you know, we're more than halfway through, so like I'm pretty soon, I'm sure something kind of like bad is gonna happen, or like, you know, not bad, but like something to propel the plot and make the stakes a little higher. Usually at this point in her books, there's a little bit higher of stakes, but right now there is not. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm gonna, keep trucking along, and I'll probably see you in the morning. And I will check in when I'm finished this book. This feels like the intro to like a found horror film. Anyway, it's 11:45. You can't even see that. It's 11:46 actually. I'm starting to get a little giddy because that's how I get when I'm tired. But I have like 40 pages left of this book, and I'm eating the rest of the dumplings that I had before because I'm starving. So I'm gonna. These are so good. I'm gonna keep reading. I won't finish it by midnight, but I'll be close. Okay, it is now 12:31 a.m. and I just finished a novel love story by Ashley Poston. It took me 7 hours. I can't believe it. I'm not going as quick as I thought, but you know what? I freaking loved this book. I tabbed so much. I will say, I might have to wait for like my July reading wrap up to have like a full concise thoughts. But for now, this is sitting at like a 4, a solid 4, which I think is the lowest I've rated any of her books, which is crazy because like the scale is only 5 stars and a 4 is like a phenomenal rating. But I don't want to spoil anything, but there was one I didn't love the reveal. I was like, we could have, but that's just a personal preference. Like, there's actually absolutely nothing wrong with what Ashley Poston decided to do, and it's her book, and she gets to write with her convictions and stick to her decisions, and I think that's beautiful. Just because I didn't personally love like one thing doesn't mean anything. It was still like a really great book, like really good. And now I need to decide what I'm going to read next because I was going to read The Cartographers, but now I'm wondering, is it too long? I will be back once I've decided what book I'm going to read next. We're going to go purely off of vibes this time. Okay, I am deciding to read The Cartographers. I'm just going to read the back because I'm terrible at summing things. Nell Young's greatest passion is cartography, which is the study of maps, if you didn't know. Her father is a legend in the field and Nell's personal hero, but she hasn't spoken to him since he destroyed her reputation after an argument about an old, cheap gas station highway map. When her father is found dead in his office in the New York Public Library with the very same map hidden in his desk, Nell can't resist investigating. She soon discovers that this seemingly worthless map is exceedingly rare and valuable, but someone has been hunting down and destroying every last copy left in existence. So, fun, exciting mystery. This one is 390 pages, so longer than either of the other ones. And if pattern is to tell us anything, it takes me about 2 hours to read 100 pages. So it's going to take me like 8 hours, so this should take me to like 8:30 in the morning. Wow, that seems so long. Best not be wasting any time then. Only 107 and I can't stop yawning. I can't stop yawning. But this is so interesting so far. We really wasted no time in the first 30 pages. Like, we've just hit the plot running, so that's good. But hopefully I'm going to check in with you guys in about 80 pages, 70 pages. I've never been so tired of my life. That's probably not true. But my reading has slowed down significantly. I've only read 70 pages in the last almost 2 hours, so like I've slowed down like 30 pages, which doesn't feel good. I also don't think I've absorbed a lot of the information. This is technically like a thriller, and I just looked at myself in the viewfinder, and this is the most unflattering angle I've ever seen of myself. Anyway, this is technically a thriller, and there's a lot of information, and there's a lot of things going on, and I think I'm missing a lot of vital pieces. So I don't know what to do with that. Hopefully it's fine. I actually might pass out. I'm gonna try my best not to, but I might. I'm exhausted, and I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but we persist. This is a cat butt. There's another cat butt over here. You can't see her. Sandwiched between cats. My head looks itty bitty. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm slowly losing my mind. But it is what it is. I'm over halfway through this challenge. And I've only read 2 books. That's really embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading, and hopefully this starts to make sense soon. 78 pages in, and I'm calling it now. I know exactly who did the murder, who did the stealing, the thievery. I have guessed it. Could be my tiredness, could be my delusion, but I have no doubt in my mind that I'm correct. I'm not going to say who I think it is, just in case anyone wants to read this book, because I don't want to give away spoilers. But if I'm right, I will let you know. And if not, well, I'm also going to let you know, because I can't pretend to be right when I'm not. It's 2:57. I'm officially only 100 pages in. I don't know what's happening. I couldn't tell you. Other than the basic plot that's described on the back of the book, I really couldn't tell you what's happening. I'm slowly losing it. I'm in too deep to give up at this point. I'm simply in too deep. I'm not a quitter. I'm over halfway there. It's literally 3 a.m. I need to go until 11 a.m. That's only 8 more hours. It's only like a full day left. I really should not have picked this book because it's got a complicated plot. The print is much smaller than the previous books. It's longer. It's just a lot more brain work, and at 3 in the morning, I simply do not have that. I will catch up with you in a little bit. Oh. Yep. It's 5:58 a.m. I'm whispering because my husband is sleeping now. Page 250. I think I did fall asleep for about an hour there, so I've still got about I still have a lot to go, but I'm gonna probably make some coffee soon. 7:58 a.m. I'm on page 316 of 390. I'm hoping to finish the rest of this book within the hour because I have 3 more hours until my 24 hours are up. And I really wanted to get another book done. But so far, I'm enjoying this. This is one heck of a crazy ride. And yeah, I'll tell you more about it when I finish it. But I still think my theory is correct. It hasn't been revealed yet, but I still think I'm correct. So I'm going to keep reading. 9:27, and I just finished book number 3. I was wrong. My guess was wrong, but you know what? This was a thrilling ride, and I had such a good time. No complaints. So it is 9:30, and my challenge stops at 11. It's only an hour and a half, but I'm gonna get started on book number 4. This one's only 300 pages, but I'm not gonna finish it. But we're gonna get started regardless. It's 10:59, which is close enough to 11. I'm about 60 pages in, and I'm gonna go to sleep for the day. I will catch up with you guys. I'm gonna finish this video in a couple of hours or a couple of days when I'm fully rested. So I will see you in a minute. Alas, I have done what they said couldn't be done. That's not true at all. Actually, a lot of people have read for 24 hours straight, and it's actually a popular trend. But I did it nonetheless. It was difficult. I went a little bit crazy, and I read a lot slower than I had anticipated. However, I learned several things. 1, I'm a slow reader. 2, don't read thriller mystery books at 1 in the morning. And 3, I'm a sleepy girl. And I will carry these life lessons through the rest of my life with me, and will probably never attempt this again. But if I do, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Thank you for watching. I hope that you guys will subscribe if you like book vlog content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!